right, hello online world. It is another episode right here on Off the Record with Migs.
And Cheska, and yes, many things happening in the world of sports. And Migs, we have some young guns
Young
who
Guns,
are
Young Guns,
young guns.
and
Nanong sa
who
age.
are and who are blazing the world of women's sports. Pero bago po ang lahat ng yan, Off the Record is now on ABS-CBN Sports. Follow at ABS-CBN Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, we are advocates of women's sports, women's basketball, and ito po, Young Guns. This team recently competed in the FIBA Under-18 Women's Asian Championship and took home the bronze sa Division B. Introducing to you the Gilas Under-18 youth team. We have Kristan Yumul, Sumayah Sugapong, and Camille Nolasco. Of course, they are with none other than Coach Patrick Aquino. Hi, Coach Pat. Hi, girls. Thank you so much for joining us
Hello,
here
Mick.
on our show.
Hello,
Hello, Mick.
Hello, hello.
thank you for taking the time to join us.
Gusto ko mag-thank you parati kay Coach Pat kasi kada invite
Oo,
ko kay Coach Pat, matic game. So, and of
umuoo
course,
lagi
Coach
si
Pat,
Coach Pat.
oo, tsaka suporta natin ang women's sports, women's basketball. Pag-usapan natin, Coach Pat, what is your assessment of your team sa FIBA Under-18 Asian Championship?
Well, for a fact, we placed third this time. I'm just so happy that the girls performed well, played hard. They represent the country well in this tournament, and it's been decades ago we joined this. I'm happy to have the represent the Gilas women's program, especially to have this kind of tournament for us. So I'm just really happy for the kids.
All right, for the ladies, if you could sum up this experience for you, um, how would you describe what you guys were able to achieve in this tournament? Who wants to take this first?
Maybe Kristen. Kristen, you want to take this first?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we were able to achieve, although we, oh, although we still made it to bronze, we still achieved a lot, and like we were striving to get the gold, but we put a lot of hard work, especially since a lot of us came from different areas. Again, we were able to come together and still end the tournament really strong. So I think we were able to achieve a lot of like adversities and a lot of things that came into our way, and we were able to come together as a team and be able to work it out all together.
Okay, sige. Sumaya, you want to add to that?
I think this experience was really like a once in a lifetime. I really enjoyed it, like getting to know the team, competing with them. Like, yeah, we fought through a lot of hard times together, and we made it work. And um, it was just a really cool experience meeting other teams from different countries and things like that. And I'm really like glad and honored that I got to be there.
Sige, si Camille or si Amil. Amil, kamusta naman itong experience na to? I'm sure you've played with different tournaments also, but playing with this group, gano'n to ka-special sa'yo?
Sobrang special po. Especially nakuha po namin ulit yung bronze po. And masasabi ko po na what we achieved po is not really that bad for a team na didn't really get a long time of preparation po. Pero personally po, we know na we are not satisfied po of what we were able to get po. And that's why alam po namin na we will be back next year para po ma-achieve po namin yung goal po talaga namin, which is to be part of the division.
Right.
And not bad at all. Hindi- Coach, when you hear your players talk about yung mga nagawa nga nila, and then the way they uplift themselves, and also the way that yung dirinig mo yung determinado silang bumalik even better. So as the coach, how would you describe the tenacity of your players, what they've shown you as their coach?
It's incredible to having met them for a few weeks lang, or being together for a few weeks lang, play their hearts out all the time. I think it brings out the best character in a way of representing our country. So I'm just delighted to have them with me, uh, and staying here at FIBA Asia for the country. We hope that it's we didn't get the highest spot, but the thing is, even though with the hard loss and bouncing back with a good win for them, as young as them, that experience would be very hard. But they the character they gave out the last game was incredible, and I'm just happy with that.
Mm. Co- Coach Pat, I will stick with you. Coach Pat, if you don't mind me clarifying and asking, when you talk about Gilas Women's, kasi usually yun yung main team. Diba? Gilas Women's main team. Yung kumbaga best of the best. Pagdating naman sa under 18, nagkaroon naman ng under 16 na 3x3. But is this the first time, Coach Pat, na nagkaroon ka ng under 18 na talagang selection? Na talagang buong team?
Actually, it was the first. It was the I started in 2009. I had a group of Ladanicos,
Right.
Nina Nina Trisha. It was in 2009. We also went here in India, in Pune. That was the first under 16, and then we followed it up the next year with the under 18 in Thailand. So that after that, wala ulit yung youth program natin. So happy pa, almost been more of a decade na since joining this FIBA Asia Cup, and with now having this young groups again, we can see the future of women's basketball already for the future. So sila rin yung mga papalit for sa mga oldies natin or sa mga senior team natin.
Coach, you brought up it's been pretty much a decade of putting this all together and obviously reaching this point. In that decade, ano yung masasabi mong nag-improve or kailangan pang ma-improve to continue to build this program to be the best?
Well, again, nagpapasalamat muna ako with SBP, especially to our president, Alpha Lilio, and ED Sani Barrios, with the help of Sir Butch Antonio also. Na they really, really with the, backing up us on the program. Na we really need a youth program just to be having, the transition going to. Kasi medyo naging matanda rin yung mga players natin yung senior. So we really still have to have the mga young ones to parang pumalit sa kanila. So ito yun yung pagkakataon natin, to have to develop and them experience the things that we need going into this. So I think it's the best and program that we can have right now, and we try to continue by by sending more team to more competition.
Right. Okay. Camille, pupunta naman ako sa'yo. Ano yung siguro best takeaways or learnings? Of course, nabasa namin na nagkaroon kayo ng loss sa Malaysia, but then you bounced back. Siguro yung sa mga trials na to, sa mga naging story ng tournament, what have been the best experiences or lessons na that you have gained so far?
Siguro po yung most important po na natutunan ko po sa experience ito is to always play our hearts out po. Gaya nga po ng we came from a loss po to Malaysia, and hindi we bounced back po para po makuha pa rin po namin yung bronze, and yun po.
Play hearts out. Okay. Kristan, you want to add to that? Maybe best lessons?
Yeah, I'd agree with her that we didn't let the loss the day before get into our heads, and what we were able to do was pick each other up and make sure that we were all collectively together in that game. So we were able to finish the team off together, and we played really well together, especially despite of how things were before. We were able to pick things up, so which was good.
Yeah. Okay. So, Maya, I want to ask, maybe one of the most challenging parts, I don't know, with your team throughout the whole journey, whether if it's in travel or in the game, what was that like for you guys?
I think the biggest challenge was definitely like the lack of time together we had before the tournament. Like we didn't have the whole team together until our first day in India. So that definitely I think played a part. But I'm still really proud of us how we all came together and we really made it work. And I think we did really well placing third and getting the bronze. But yeah, I'd say that's probably our biggest challenge.
Okay. After this experience, after what you guys got to do on the court, now that obviously everyone's heading home, everyone's going their separate ways. What's the first thing you're going to do when you set foot again on a basketball court?
Wait, who wants to take this? Who wants to take this?
Ah,
So ngayon, so,
sige, si Camille muna.
First
If
thing you
there
want
was
to do.
if
If
there's
there's
anything you
anything,
saw in that tournament that you want to practice yourself, you want to be able to do for yourself, what would that be?
sige, Camille.
Um, oh,
Okay, Sumaya, go ahead, go ahead.
I'd say first thing I'm gonna work on when I get back is definitely like my consistency, like in my shooting, because um, like even in the games we won, like as a team and me personally, we were kind of inconsistent with our shooting. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm gonna work on when I get back home.
So for Sumaya, it's shooting. Kristen,
I would work on finishing too, especially since I shoot a lot of threes. I'd want to work on like the other stuff like layups and jump shots. So in case like my threes don't go in, then I have more options around the court to do.
okay, si Camille.
Ako po siguro po yung speed ko and my playmaking ability since we were able po to watch the Division A game. So nakita ko po kung paano po mag-play yung point guards po dun. And nakakita ko rin po so kung ano pa po yung pwede ko po ma-improve.
I like it. Unique
Coaches,
answers,
wait,
Jessica.
ito naman. Ito naman. Narinig natin yung players assessment. So let's go to the coaches assessment on the players assessment. Coach.
Ah, on the
Yeah,
spot ka,
siguro,
coach. On the spot.
pero for me, I've learned a lot from soccer. And, it's not just me coaching already for a long, long time. I need to learn also from my players, from what I see here, from my experience as coaching with other coaches. Marami. And then, for a fact na, uh, sabi nga ng mga girls, we need a lot more practicing together. That's one we have to review on uh, earlier than expected. And probably, you know, uh, playing more often, the playing more often. Sabi ko nga, the experience we get in playing more often, it's bigger than just practice. We need to do that, and especially when you go to division, talagang iba na doon eh. Iba na yung level nila. So that's it.
Yeah. Coach Pat, sticking with you, I know that the recruitment process for you has been also, kumbaga, you've been putting a lot of work when it comes to recruitment. Shout out to Chris Copez, Coach Chris, Philam Nation. And I know you've been spending a lot of time in the States recruiting from all ages and these girls also. How has the recruitment process been like? Especially at least para dito sa team mo ngayon.
Yeah, well, like for example, these girls, I saw them already since 2016, I think, or no, not really 2016, 2017 or 18 and 19. Every year I'm there still looking for possible like also. So we still have to continue that with coach Film Nation and coach Chris around more and also asking my friends from the East Coast then if ever they have players there we could look at and hopefully I could do that this coming December which I'm going again. So and then yun nga yung sinabi ko Sir Alpanilio asked me that to get a naturalized player. So my 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 going there this December is to look for a naturalized player that can help us
Ooh.
in.
Check, unmute, please.
Nakamute pala ako, sorry. Coach, again, we love seeing these young ladies go out there and compete for the country as well. But syempre, for you guys, the recruitment starts very early. Kailangan at a certain age pa lang they're already exposed to the sport. So for you, coach, how would you encourage parents to get their daughters into basketball as well?
Siguro for me now, I think hindi na mga parents, the kids are
The
now
kids na talaga.
Kisa.
wanted to play basketball. And for me also, not just looking out at girls outside the Philippines, but now I've been going around the Philippines already, just doing for the grassroots programs. We have to really have a program for them and see them at the young age pa lang, we could really see them in their development. And hopefully by doing that, we could develop more, grassroots players from the Philippines. That'd be very good for me. Not just for
All right.
me, for the national team, but the school all over the country. They'll have an insight already when they're recruiting.
Okay. So we know that we'll keep this interview short and sweet kasi in
Yes.
transit ang Gilas under 18 youth. It's still may konti pang itinerary before they all go back home to Manila. But then lastly, we'll give this chance to the girls to give your shout outs. Camille, what will be next for you? Your message to the viewers today. Sige, Camille, we'll start with you first. Shout out or message.
Oh, unang-una nagpapasalamat po kami sa SBT, sa mga coaches po namin, and sa lahat po ng kasama namin, and most especially po sa mga sumusuporta sa amin. And sana po wag po kayong magsawang sumuporta sa amin kasi marami pa po kaming ipapakita in the future.
Okay. Kristan and Sumayah, what's next for you, Kristan? What's next for you? Are you going back home to the States?
Yes, I'll be going back to the States in a couple days, and then I'll hopefully return back for the 3x3.
Okay. Sumayah, for you?
I'm going back to the States as well, and I'm hoping next year I could come back and play again for the under 18 team, so we can get back and get that gold that we all want.
All right. Thank you. Coach Pat, lastly, bukod muna sa message to the community, what will be next? What is the long-term plan for the program and for women's basketball?
Yeah, again, I'd like to thank everyone who's been supporting us, especially SPP, Sir Al, Sir Sunny, Sir Butch, and everybody there. Talagang providing us with these experiences that we're having here. And again, thank you for all the supporters and the prayers that for giving us this bronze medal. And hopefully we could do better next time and make the country proud next time again.
Okay. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank
Gilas
you so
under 18
much.
youth, Gilas women. So we have Camille, Nolasco, Kristan Yumul, Sumayah Sugapong, and of course, Coach Patrick Aquino. Maraming salamat, guys. And thank you so much for joining us here
Thank
on Off
you.
the Record.